I am ranking every Super Bowl ring from worst to best, and you won't believe which one takes the top spot. Today, we're diving into the world of sports bling and ranking all 57. You might be surprised to learn that these rings aren't just valuable, but also have some serious unique designs that tell a story of their own. Now let's kick things off by introducing the concept of ranking Super Bowl rings. These rings hold a special place in sports history, symbolizing the ultimate achievement in American football. But how do we compare and rank them when each one has its own style, history, and significance? As we delve into this challenge, we'll explore the criteria that go into ranking these iconic pieces of jewelry. From the intricate design details to the gemstones used, team history, and overall aesthetics, there's a lot to consider when determining the best of the best. Now for the moment you've all been waiting for, it's the climax. We are about to reveal the top-ranked Super Bowl ring and discuss why it truly stands out from the rest. Get ready for some interesting facts and stories behind this standout piece of sports memorabilia. Super Bowl 10. The Pittsburgh Steelers won their second consecutive ring, hence the 2 diamonds. You would think that with 9 cracks at it before and 1 being their own, there would have been a better design for this ring. Now to me, this ring looks like a robot or an owl. I'm really not feeling it. Super Bowl 2. The Green Bay Packers won their second straight Super Bowl to begin the Super Bowl era. I used to think that the first ring was the worst of them all, but looking back at it, it is not as bad. This ring, as it turns out, seems to be worse. Vince Lombardi wanted and designed this ring to commemorate winning 3 straight championships, so why not put 2 diamonds on the first one? Super Bowl 1. Back where it all began, the first Super Bowl. I do not really fault the Packers for this ring, being that it was the first one overall and there was nothing to go by before it, and this is why I no longer consider this the worst ring of all time. It is a simple design with the globe, denoting that they are world champions with 1 diamond for the first Super Bowl, but this is their second straight championship in a row. Super Bowl 12. Did the Dallas Cowboys run out of material when making this ring? There is a piece missing on the back end, and I don't like the fact that they put 4 diamonds in each corner. What does this symbolize? What is its meaning? The star in itself is iconic, so why put jewels smack dab in the middle? I know that it represents the second championship, but still. Super Bowl 13. The third of 4 championships won during the decade, this is not the most appealing. It looks like someone dropped some diamonds in a field of gravel. And where are the colors that let you know that this is the Pittsburgh Steelers? They use the colors on the helmet on the side of the ring, so why not keep this going? Super Bowl 16. This is the team of the 90s, but this ring is for the team of the 50s. It is a plain ring with diamonds taking the shape of a football. I really hate how they put the year in the corners. I think that this is the thing that makes me drop this ring into the bottom 6. Super Bowl 25. Another ring with horrible placement of the year on the ring. The second Giants championship ring was in a tight competition for this spot with the first one, but this one takes the cake. This ring reminds me of a Rockwell song from the past. I always feel like somebody's watching me. Super Bowl 35. This is the first championship for the city of Baltimore since the Colts left in 1983. I call this the bird flu ring. I know that this is cookout season, but it looks like someone put a raven's head on a grill, but in all actuality, it is supposed to denote a football field. I love the colors, but this one does not do it for me. Super Bowl 6. What is it with the Cowboys putting a diamond in the middle of the star? The star by itself is enough. I do not like how the World Championship takes up 3/4 of the edge and then tries to cram Dallas Cowboys in there. When I look at this ring, all I can see is Patrick from SpongeBob SquarePants living under the sea. Super Bowl 9. I can appreciate the simple design, but come on, this ring is just a diamond in the center of a gold ring. I think they would have been better off putting the logo in there. I think that would make that pop off the black background. And what's up with the 4 corners surrounding the diamonds? Super Bowl 8. The second Miami Dolphins ring to me is just disturbing. Coming off a second consecutive Super Bowl win, I would have expected much better. They put the dolphin on the side, which should have been front and center. And why does this ring need protective goggles on the front of it? Are they welding or something? Super Bowl 14. The 4th Super Bowl win of the decade brings about a very simple ring. I would have made a ring commensurate to the 2 separate repeats that the Steelers had in a 6-year span. but all we got were 4 diamonds and no color. Super Bowl 26. The Washington Commanders rolled out a ring with feathers from the former logo and the former name. I do like the colors at the end of the feather, but why oh why is World Champions placed like that? It looks to me like a backwards L. Super Bowl 28. This isn't the worst Dallas Cowboys ring, but once again, where is the star? This ring just has Dallas Cowboys in huge letters and a diamond in the shape of a football. The center looks like someone just dropped and broke some glass. Super Bowl 21. The first Giants championship is another ring where the placement of world champions is all wrong to me. They took the simplistic route and just placed a Super Bowl trophy in a sea of blue. It's like someone went to the harbor and just dropped the Lombardi trophy right in it, and it floated on top. Super Bowl 3. The first Super Bowl win by an AFC team. This is one of the few rings early on that is bearable to me. I hate that they are the first ones to start the ugly year trend, but they are also the ones that got the color right for the first time. Super Bowl 7. This is the only perfect season Super Bowl ring in existence. So why is it not even more glorious than it is? Miami's first championship ring is pretty basic, but I love the turquoise color in the ring. It is not a good one, but it is also not a bad one either. Super Bowl 22. This is the first ring that was designed by Tiffany & Company, and I expected a whole lot better. But being their first time, I guess they get a pass. I love color in rings, but once again, we just get a football diamond. I also don't like the 2 Lombardi trophies protruding on the sides. Super Bowl 24. The fourth 49ers ring of the decade is not as dominating as the team was on the field. Another football-shaped diamond, but what sticks out to me is the 4 years on the ring in which they won championships. This is what makes a halfway decent ring ugly. Super Bowl 30. I finally got what I asked for, the star. But this star is a starfish found in a sand on the beach. This looks like a stage photo of seaside life. There is also a lack of color going on here, and this ring is all gold with no distinctions anywhere. Super Bowl 38. Now we get to the New England portion of the video, the second of the New England Patriots dynasty. This ring has 2 Lombardi trophies, with the second trophy sticking out from the bottom of the ring and the first one sticking out from the top. I do like the Pats logo and of course the color scheme. It's just the trophies for me. Super Bowl 39. The very next season, New England had a chance to get it right, but decided to go in a different direction. This is the beginning of having a ring shaped like a football instead of just the center. I really don't like how they slapped the 2 sides on here. Super Bowl 36. The first ring of the dynasty. This ring is decently designed with the iconic logo with a Lombardi trophy. I don't like the grill that it sits on. It looks like the Ravens design from the year before and they just ran with it. Super Bowl 43. The last of the Pittsburgh Steelers dynasty. This ring has the logo that I expect to see when I see a Steelers ring, but the lemon in the middle does nothing for me. I understand the 6 jewels for each chip, but the placement is off. A damn football inside of a lemon? Come on. Super Bowl 34. The then St. Louis Rams ring is a solid gold ring. Nothing spectacular, nothing fancy, just the word Rams inside of what looks to be a football, which was their old logo. Not a lot of color, but I like what they did with it. Super Bowl 29. The front of this ring is a little clunky and the 49ers lettering is a little weird, but what else are you going to do when you place 5 Lombardi trophies on a ring? And here we go again with that year thing. This is what knocked this ring down for me. Super Bowl 17. Washington's first Super Bowl win. Nothing out of the ordinary. This is a basic football diamond. I think that the burgundy is what does it for me, but just lose the year. Super Bowl 18. The third championship for the Raiders. Their first championship win in the city of Los Angeles. It is a basic silver and black ring with 3 diamond footballs. Just win, baby. Super Bowl 23. 3 Lombardi trophies surrounded by diamonds with the first standing tall. I like this ring, but the 4 diamonds in the corners losing me. Is there really a purpose for this? Super Bowl 15. The Oakland Raiders' second championship is another silver and black ring with a football diamond in the center. I don't like the 2 diamonds on the top, and why are there 4 diamonds in the corner? What is this trend? Super Bowl 19. I like the detailing on the Lombardi trophies, and that fact alone might be why I rank this ring so high. The 2 trophies sit on a cluster of diamonds, and I like the fact that they didn't try to smush the words together on this ring. Super Bowl 11. The Oakland Raiders' first ring is a simple design with a football diamond sitting in the center. I could do without the diamond on the center of it though. This ring is just clean, and it symbolizes the Oakland Raiders color of silver and black. Super Bowl 4. Kansas City is the second AFC team to win a world championship. For this to be an older design, I appreciate the Kansas City red and the fact that the year isn't in the corner like the Jets ring the year before. With no real recipe to rely upon, I think that they did a decent job with this design. Super Bowl 45. I love the Packers green in this ring and the G in the center of the field. I am not too fond of the shape of it, but it could be worse. I just think that it could be better without the 4 footballs in the corners. Super Bowl 27. Finally, the Cowboys did the stars some justice. I think that the blue outline does this ring more justice rather than just having the whole star blue. This ring may have been the best use of a football diamond. Super Bowl 5. Of the old rings, this one ranks the highest to me. This is the first ring to use their logo on the ring, and it is almost perfect. I love the blue contrast, but there was no need to put the diamond in the middle of that iconic horseshoe. Super Bowl 31. This is the first ring to have more than 100 diamonds in it. I love this ring. Putting the G on a football just works for this ring. The only thing missing is that green emerald that would have made this whole thing pop. Super Bowl 33. The second of back-to-back titles, the Broncos put 2 horses on the ring for the 2 titles that it won in its franchise's history. I love the orange in the ring, but for some reason, the horses look a little bit different than they did on the first one. Super Bowl 37. The first championship in Tampa Bay history. This is just a clean ring with a Lombardi trophy nestled in the center of a diamond-shaped football. I would have loved to see the Bucks colors and the Bucks logo, but what can you do? Super Bowl 53. The last of the Patriots rings, but not the best. This ring is full of diamonds and has 6 trophies on it to denote it. I love the way that they still had room to incorporate Pat the Patriot on it without it being too intrusive. Super Bowl 41. The first title for the Indianapolis Colts, but not the first title in franchise's history. This is a beautiful ring with that blue horseshoe front and center. The only thing that makes this ring better than the first is the center. Instead of having some random diamond, they put a Lombardi trophy. Super Bowl 51. The 5th title for the New England Patriots, another diamond-filled ring with a beautiful blue background. That Patriots logo always gets me, and it seems to be placed just right. I am just not fond of the size of the ring, but still a great ring nonetheless. The 50th Super Bowl. This stunning ring has the number 50 front and center in gold to commemorate this milestone. The Denver Broncos finally got the logo right with that Broncos horse, which is beautifully done, and they have it surrounded by 3 Super Bowl trophies. The blue and orange were perfectly put together. Super Bowl 42. This is a masterfully crafted ring. You have the 3 Lombardi trophies with the New York logo at the bottom. The only thing that would have made this rank higher would have been some blue outlining on the ring. The lack of color is the only reason this ring does not rank higher. Super Bowl 49. The last of what seems like an endless number of New England Patriot rings. This is the one where I think they finally got the shape right. All the New England Patriots rings put together combined to contain over 1,200 diamonds, and they have used this just right. This ring has 4 trophies with the Pats logo overlapping them. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Super Bowl 32. The first Denver Broncos championship after so many failures may be the best one to me. The Broncos had just changed that logo for the season, and it looks gorgeous sitting on a bed of diamonds. If they had incorporated that Denver blue a little bit more throughout this ring, it would have ranked even higher. Super Bowl 40. The 5th Steelers championship is by far the best one. They finally got the logo where it needed to be, sitting on 4 Lombardi trophies with the black background. The detail in adding the Roman numerals for the Super Bowl ones to me is priceless. Thank goodness they left the date off of this one. Love or hate the Steelers, you have to admit that that logo on this one looks really damn good. Super Bowl 20. The Chicago Bears' first and only title brought about this spectacular ring with the Bears C in the middle. I don't know if the diamond in the center accentuates it or it would be better off without it, but still, the C sitting on that blue is stunning, and they got the year right on this one too. Super Bowl 48. The Seattle Seahawks only championship is a pretty dope ring. You have the Seahawk over top of a trophy sitting on diamonds. What sticks out to me is the green emerald Seahawks eye and the blue outline. This ring is ranked pretty high, but would rank even higher if it had more color to it. Super Bowl 44. The New Orleans Saints first and only championship. I put this ring up here just for the fleur de lis by itself. The design is really simple, but it really sticks out, and the use of yellow gold, which sometimes looks brown, is amazing. I am just not a fan of sticking a diamond in the middle of things, but this one may actually work. Super Bowl 46. The New York Giants' fourth and last Super Bowl win is by far the best one of them all. The shape of this ring is different and I like it. You have the 4 trophies and the New York logo done right this time. The blue surrounding it makes this really stick out, and the blue sapphires outlining the ring gives it some pizzazz. And also, did I mention that I like the shape of this ring? Super Bowl 54. The second ring for the Kansas City Chiefs is the COVID year ring. You have the Kansas City Chiefs arrow sitting on top of 2 trophies, and the gold surrounding the KC really gives it that oomph. This is a big, bold, in-your-face type ring in an era where the rings now are over the top. Super Bowl 47. Even though this ring wasn't designed in the vein of the newer rings, it still ranks in the top 5. That purple really makes this ring stand out and accentuates the raven over the 2 trophies. They were not done there. The red used for the raven eye and that gold bead puts this ring over the top. This is one of the few franchises that learned from the first time around and bettered their mistakes. Super Bowl 55. This is another franchise that learned the second time around. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers became the first team to create a removable top to their rings. That alone had this ring in the top 5, but the use of the Bucs logo is what set it apart. The details that they used in chronicling their road to the championship is one of a kind, and they used the shape of the New York Giants ring, but improved it and made it spectacular. Super Bowl 56. The second ring for the Rams franchise, but the first for LA. This ring took the Tampa Bay style and improved it. The top of the ring is shaped like SoFi Stadium, the stadium in which they play. This was ingenious. This ring also chronicles the details in the journey that the Rams took to winning a championship. Then you add the new Rams logo on it, you put in the coloring, and this had me almost put this ring at number 1, but it just wasn't quite there. Super Bowl 52. I almost put this ring at number 1. This is the first Super Bowl win for the Philadelphia Eagles. That Kelly green in the ring is unmatched. And then when you add the details of the Eagles logo, you get a ring that few can match. This ring is not overly done and is perfect in its simplicity. If this ring were just a logo and the Kelly green emeralds, it would still rank as high. Super Bowl 57. And coming in at number 1, you have the 2022 Kansas City Chiefs. If it worked before, you do it again. I think that the rubies and the coloring of it is what does it for me. That color red just sticks out against that gold. You place that on top of the arrowhead and you get the best Super Bowl ring ever made. And of course, it has a detachable top, which you can wear as a pendant on a necklace. Where did they come up with these things? Plus, the Kansas City Chiefs get bonus points for putting a video inside of the ring box. There you have it. The 57 Super Bowl rings ranked from worst to best in NFL history. Now, as we wrap up, let's summarize our rankings from the worst to the best. Each ring has its own unique features that make it special, showcasing the creativity and craftsmanship that goes into creating these iconic symbols of victory. And lastly, viewers, it's your turn. We want to hear from you. Share your thoughts on our rankings and let us know if you agree or disagree. Plus, feel free to suggest other sports-related topics you'd like to see us rank in future videos. Your feedback drives our content, so don't be shy. Drop us a comment below. Thank you once again for tuning in, and don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell, pun intended, to stay updated on all our latest rankings and sports content. Until next time, stay sporty and keep shining like a Super Bowl ring. Shine bright like a diamond, and it's your boy.